So far, we've seen that the New Testament uses the creation story to explain the significance of Christ's first coming. Now we may see that the New Testament considers the continuation of the kingdom, the period between the first and second comings of Christ, to be a recreation as well. One familiar passage which illustrates this outlook is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has gone, the new has come. The King James Version translates this verse to say that when a person is in Christ, he becomes a new creature. This translation is unfortunate because it fails to convey Paul's allusion to the creation account of Genesis chapter 1. The Greek expression is katasis, which is properly translated creation, as in most modern translations, not creature. In fact, this portion of the passage may actually be translated, there is a new creation. Paul's concept seems to be that when people come to Christ in saving faith, they become part of a new realm, a new world, a new creation. In this light, we see that during the continuation of the kingdom, men and women experience the new creation when they place their faith in Christ. In this sense, the Genesis account of creation becomes a way of understanding properly what happens to everyone who hears, believes, and follows Christ. As we become part of God's new creation, we begin to enjoy the wonder of God's ideal order for the world. For this reason, it's not surprising that Paul also described the process of an individual salvation in another way that drew upon Moses' creation account. In Colossians chapter 3, verses 9 and 10, we read these words, "You have taken off your old self with its practices and have put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge in the image of its Creator." In this passage, the apostle described what happens to the followers of Christ in terms of Genesis chapter 1. We are renewed in the image of our Creator. Of course, Paul referred to Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, where Moses said that God's ideal world included Adam and Eve, who were created in the image of God. During the continuation of the kingdom of Christ, we find that we are constantly being renewed in a lifelong process of regaining the status that our first parents held as God's images. These two passages demonstrate that the New Testament used Moses' creation account as a standard for understanding Christ's work, not only in the inauguration of the kingdom, but also in its continuation.